And back to my freezing transmission before it got cut off. But first of all, I want to say before we continue, you gonna need a compass unless you are very familiar with your house layout, with direction your house face. You know where which direction each area of the house is located, you gonna need a compass. Like I done quite a few times before I had compass. They say, but I'm very familiar with my house layout. But even then, compass still helps very much. Okay, now you got your list of the signs on house cusps, the signs of the significant signs moon, the signs of part fortune. Okay, that tell you how high or how low you need to start looking. Like for example, like you got your majority of significant earth and water signs, right? Okay, you want look either on the ground if you're in a house with one floor, apartment or whatever, where it's there got just one level. Okay, you want to look on the ground nearby a bathroom, kitchen, laundry room, wherever there's where water bed, cancer is running water. Like Scorpio, like Scorpio, like dirty water. Scorpio also represent bathroom, particularly bathrooms, in particular, because I know quite a few of my horary quite a few of my horary maps, stuff like that. Scorpio was the bathroom somewhere. Or even then, if it's not water, like garbage or like dirty laundry or something like that. And Pisces is standing water, some for example, like buy your liquor or buy your alcohol, buy your booze, or for example, like you get the gist. Like you were drinking something, had something in a cup, seeing somewhere or something like that. But yeah, okay. Okay, got that. Okay. Now, now, if the majority of significators are in fire signs, like I say, house or more than one story, 2 or 3 story house, you want to look on the second floor, one story, like you want to look. You want to look like if it's kind of on a counter table, like mid high, like sitting on something that kind of takes up off the ground or whatever, stuff like that. Or by a wall, or by a stove, and also fire resin, things that are metal, like appliances, like stoves, washing machines, dryers, stuff of that sort, so that sort of like metal, use heat, the fire is like heat and stuff like that. Like I know one time, for example, I'm not looking at my notes, but I get more detail after I look at my notes. But like this is got knowledge out, but like I was saying, I was looking for. I'm trying to remember what I was looking for, stuff like that. And the moon was in Leo. I mean, one house cusp was in Leo, stuff like that. I was just sitting by my fireplace, cause like Leo contained fire. I contained fire. So like I said, and if majority significant is in the air, if you're in a house in one level, you want to go by a window. Sometimes by a mirror. So particularly particularly second house cussing Gemini or something like that, because like mirror, on a high shelf, on a high shelf, but the general ratio of the elements would tell you, like, well, do I need to look on a shelf, or do I need to look behind a mirror by a window? General ratio elements tell you, if you're in three or four story house, got an attic somewhere, then you want to look at the highest level of your house. Okay, another thing. Okay, now if the second house goer is in another fixed house, if it's in, or should I say succeeding? If it's in succeeding fixed house besides his own house, then it's outside. And I'm not talking about from derived house or turn house. I'm talking as like the map as it is, like you the querying aspect where your stuff at. Now if you ask for somebody else's stuff is at there, like, but then it's outside. If it's in a cadent / movable house, then shit ain't even on your damn property. I already tell you. It be on your neighbor's property somewhere in neighborhood or somewhere way across town and shit like that. That shit ain't in your house. But point blank period. Okay. Now, where a part of fortune comes in, because that's also another major significant where it's located at, where part of fortune. You want to look at the position of part of fortune too, but you want to take that to secondary consideration of which house the Lord of the second is in. After you look at which house the Lord is saying, determine, it's on your property, it's in your house, it's on your property. So like that. Okay. Where that part of fortune is at will give you additional clue to where, for example, if it's like in a cadent house, if it's like in a cadent / movable house, particularly 12 house, it's hidden somewhere. Particularly if it's in Virgo, because I've had a few cases with part of fortune 12 house in Virgo. And the iron was in one of my coat pockets somewhere, or in a pantry or a closet somewhere, Like, particularly with that 12 house right there, particularly with that 12 house part of fortune, like it could be under your bed somewhere, just somewhere hidden, just somewhere hidden, Or I think I had case for it. I'm not looking at my notes, because I tell you better if I look at my notes, but I'm not looking at my notes. And I had somewhere before where second house Lord was in second, part fortune was in 12th. The iron was in my purse. It was with my possessions. It's in my pinnacle bag. Second house is in my pinnacle bag, but it was hidden in my pinnacle bag. So but yeah, okay, now the directions. Okay, like I said, you got on your list. Okay, I gave y'all direction each sign. Okay, you want to take the same principle here. And before I hop on that, like when you got a ratio of all the elements, like the ones with the most testimonies, that William Lee said was like how high, how low you want to look. Then you take the other ailments into account. Then take the other ailments into account and stuff like that. Okay. Now, the directions. Okay. After you got all that up, and I got all that tied up, okay. For example, like I said, first example, okay, majority of ailments is in earth and water. But say you got like four earths and 3 waters. Okay, earth is south, right, and depending where it's Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. Say for example, you got stuff going on in Capricorn. Got majority syndicates and Capricorn. Okay, you gonna go to the south part of your house. That's the main direction you'll go in, right? Okay, but like I say, you gotta tally it up, and I'm trying to keep it simple and basic. But like I say, I've been doing this for a while. Okay. You want to start with the dominant direction. Okay, then start head toward the second dominant, then third dominant, and their fourth. Okay, after you did all that, like after you did all that, like in most cases you will have located that object. Now there are a few special cases from my experience so far, and I've figured those out applying a few of my own insights and wisdom. Like for example, I had one case where my nail Lilith, my dissension map was conjunct the Horary map ascendant, and like I say, sometimes I feel a few things out by seeing where positions of my own energy map fell in that Horary chart. That's a little more advanced cases. If you got that going on, then you got to think out of bounds. You got to think outside the box with it. You got to think completely. You got to think outside the box with it. Like for example, I'm trying to remember what. Yeah, I had like is a case where I had to like. Oh yeah, and my significator was retrograde, slowed down. So I had to back. So in essence, that energy map would tell me to backtrack, retrace, and go around back, Oh yeah, and go around back. I end up having like. Extend my front door and go back around go around perimeter of my house and come back in through a back, and then follow the energy map like that. Okay. Another thing, via combustor moon. Via combustor moon. When Luna is via combustor, and I'll explain more as another frequency transmission, but when she is in the last 15 degrees of Libra, first 15, the last half of Libra, first half of Scorpio, then you can't follow that method straight forward. You can't follow that method straightforward. Let me shoot. Let me think. Let think what I had to do. I had to, cause it's been a long time since I worked with a Horary map when Loon was in via combustor. It's been a long time, but I had to yeah, that whole list, like that whole list of the elements and direction, you have to inverse it. Like you have to inverse it because via combustor moon, she's in the domain of the fall of the sun and her own fall. And her own death. Yeah, and her own fall. Because, okay, by exaltation, Saturn exalted in Libra. What's the element Helios? Chronos. Chronos, the Luna in fall in Scorpio. But that's a whole nother thing. That's a whole nother frequency transmission. But I say if you got your ascendant via combustor,